Here's the story of a bunch of podcasts who were bringing Cubby content to the world. All of them did their own show. Unconnected, obsessive baseball nerds. It's the story of a bunch of Cubs fans who are consolidating all their shows. They're uniting, doing it together, so we all can grow. Cup of Cubby Blues combining with Sunranto, Baseball Rabbit Hole and Cubs PS Plus. With Cubs Pod and Breaks Behind the Ivy, they're all teaming up to be the Bleacher Bunch, the Bleacher Bunch. We love the Cubs, that's the way we became the Bleacher Bunch.
Welcome to the Bleacher Bunch. Hey, I'm back. Danny Rocket here, back from Mexico. I got my little fake maracas. I'm shaking them. Got my Venados hat on from new favorite team, the Mazatlan Venados. That means deer. And I'm here with Michael Cotton. Not much of a bunch tonight, but we got.
But I'm here with my
couple.
hot chocolate.
Oh, that's very Christmassy.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah, I've got my. Check this out. I got my new Venados mug. Isn't that cool?
Look
it's
at
a cool
you.
logo, right? Look, it's like a V, but it's also like a deer skull.
Right. It kind of looks like an upside down cross as well.
I noticed that too. So
you've got a little Satan worship going.
Well, that kind of works with. I wore my Cabritos Maldichos shirt because the Venados color is mostly red. They've got a bunch of different clothing and styles that they employ. But I wore my Cabritos Maldichos shirt, which is the cursed goats from the South Bend Cubs game, which basically doesn't mean cursed goats. It means bad said goats. It's not like it's maledicciones is like really what a curse is, maldición. And
okay.
So anyway, the South Bend Cubs got that wrong. So I saw a lot of people in the crowd as I think I'm wearing my goat shirt for the deer. I'm like, kind of related, same colors, whatever. But I saw people looking at me being like, what does that man's shirt say? Cabrito Maldicho, because they actually speak Spanish in Mexico. If you didn't know.
Oh, really? Is that a thing?
Unlike South Bend, where they're just like, let's ask Chat GPT, and it's just wrong. Like everything right. Chat GPT does. We'll see more about that later. But no, it's good to be back. Nice to unplug. I mean, have I ever taken 2 weeks off from the show except for when my mom died?
No.
Even then, I don't think I did. We were doing two shows a week in the off season.
Yeah, exactly. And being able to unplug, take all the social media and not pay attention to that shit. If you can, I did that on my vacations as well. Oh, that helps more than anything.
Yeah, it really does. And I took it straight off my phone, even. I never want to be one of those people who be like, I am leaving social media. It's just just shut up and leave if you're going to do that, But I did. I left social media. I erased the Twitter. I erased Facebook. I erased TikTok off my phone. And I found myself doing a lot more productive things with my time, which was kind of nice for a change.
Now, are those things back on your phone now that you're back in the States?
They're slowly coming back as people. Well, mostly because people send me links to things and they're like, oh, you got to read this. It's on Twitter. And I'm like, I can't. Got to click through all this Safari crap. I just put Twitter back on the phone so I can actually see it,
Yeah.
But I wish there was a way I could lock myself out of it or something like that. But maybe I can just have the discipline to not doom scroll like I used to.
Right. Maybe you could probably, I'm sure there are parental controls where you can at least say that after a certain time or you can't, lock it so it doesn't work anymore. I don't know.
Back in the day, I should have come with a breathalyzer. I'll tell you that much. When I was drinking, middle of the night, I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Theo's good at his job. He was
right.
Now he's terrible."
And your mother blows goats. Oh, I guess I didn't need that part of it, but
I said it in Spanish, so nobody understood. So yeah, so I'm back, and I did have a good time. I got some pictures I want to show everybody, but I do want to say hi to everybody and thank all of our Patreon supporters who support our show for being here tonight. Hashtag Chance in the chat if you'd like to win a Frank Chance postcard sent to you by me with a message of love and doom. I see Little Yumper, which actually, now that I see it, Lil Yumper looks like Lily Umper from
oh yeah, the Lily Umpers.
Lily Umper. Chris Salato is here saying Chance in the chat.
Weren't the Lily Umpers from the Gulliver's Travels?
Wasn't it one of the girls' league teams that played against the Rockford Peaches? The Lily Umpers,
right? The Lily Umpers.
So yeah, hashtag Chance, and I see that Frank it looks like we might have a new entry for the Carol contest from Chris Salato. I've decided, and I'll show you guys later what there's going to be a bobblehead involved in the prize now. A bobblehead independent.
I see Dominic Galoro says he's one eye on the Bleacher Bunch and the other on the Iowa State game. That's weird. That is weird. Right. It's weird to me because Iowa State played last night. I don't know what he's watching tonight, but the Iowa State game was last night. So maybe just hit pause on that thing. You can watch it anytime, apparently.
Or Dominic has invented a time machine, and
right.
He's now in the past. Which going to the past, that would help you somewhat. You know, you could go back to the 50s and get that Mickey Mantle. You know, invest in Apple in 1975. You know, that kind of thing. Right. So let me do a little show and tell with my trip to Mexico, and
let's do it. Show us what happened in Mazatlan.
Yeah, well, I'll just show you the baseball stuff because I got a lot of pictures of everything else, which is me hanging out at the beach, but I don't want to make you guys jealous. But here's the stadium, the Venado Stadium. It's the Estadio Teodoro Mariscal, which, if you want to translate Teodoro Mariscal, it's Ted Marshall, basically. So, it's Ted Marshall Stadium.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, wait, what does that even mean?
No, he founded the Pacific League, now the Mexican Pacific League, in 1945. So he's a big deal when it comes to Mexican baseball. That's who they named it after. And the first game I went with my family, and just want to show you kind of, there weren't like a lot of people there, but boy, did it feel like there was, because the music pumps between every pitch. Like basically the pitcher's winding up, he's looking in for the sign, music's pumping. He's still looking in, sets, still pumping. Finally, when the ball exactly leaves his hand, the music will stop until it hits the catcher's glove, at which point it comes right back in.
That would drive me insane. I mean, I think
you get with it after a while. You get with it after a while, but it's because you just find yourself in your chair bopping around.
I don't know. Maybe it's better if it's better music, maybe, but I don't know. I've been to some Oklahoma, like University of Oklahoma football games, and I hate it. It's just way too loud, too much all the time. I'm losing my mind through the whole game. So I don't know if I would like it.
Well, I had a good time, and
I like organ music, please.
They had a little of that. It was taped though. Here's the outside. You see the rules: no guns, no smoking, no food, no drinks. So they have all that stuff for you inside. Well, not the smoking. They you have to bring your cigarettes yourself. Check out this mascot. They had 4 different mascots. They were screwing around with the fans, having a good time. And but I want to show you that you can see a shirt there. Look at this guy's name. Look at who he's mascotting for. Gas Pasa.
Gas Pasa.
Well, it's Gas Pasa, which is like gas step, basically. But it looks like Gas Passer, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that they make this, it's just a person, right? It's a mascot, but it is a person. It's not like an animal it's just like a stupid person, which I don't understand. Why do you make a mascot that just looks like a person?
Look at this guy. It looks like Chef Boyardee. That's another mascot that was in the behind the scenes.
At least this is not a person. He looks like a bottle of something with a lid on the top.
He looks like a bottle of the Pringles guy.
Kind of, like, yeah.
Mixed with Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, liquid Chef Boyardee Pringles right there.
Yeah, no, that's really it's basically if ChatGPT like made a logo out of all those other brands, they'd come up with that guy. All right, so here it is down the left field or down the right field line, and and I want to point out like the colors in the roof there. You see that pink in the background. The roof changes colors. There's all the mascots. Here, let me show you the colors of the roof. There's the colors of the roof being purple and pink. And now here's the colors of the roof being like red and purple. So it changes throughout the game. And here it is as blue and purple. So it's like kind of cool. It like gives you this like mood lighting feel the whole time. So, it's just kind of a neat vibe.
Do you think they change the colors to like mellow out? It's like blue, like a light blue, nice when the opposing team is up to play. Yeah, and then it's up to bat, and then they turn it red because red is like gets you fiery for when your own players are up to bat.
Yeah, well, the Brewers would figure out some way to cheat if they had that system with it. They're like, oh, the Cubs are up. Let's make it green because it makes people sick or something like that. Then all of a sudden they make the lights go green and all the Cubs feel sick to their stomach. Dansby Swanson barfs on home plate. So then let's see. Some more pictures. There's the mascots. They got a little guy. You see the little deer on the left there?
Yeah.
I got another picture of that coming up.
And that's a deer.
Yeah, it's a venado is a deer.
Right. Okay. But I'm saying it looks like a deer, but it kind of just looks like a guy with a deer head on, sort of. Well, it's a very small picture.
I didn't really get a picture of it. I was looking through it today, but the bigger deer, on the right there, he actually has a six-pack underneath the uniform. So like every now and again he would lift his shirt up and be like, yo, check me out. So that was pretty hilarious. People were cracking up like crazy.
That's funny.
Here's a mural for MS Banda, which is they're a sponsor of the team, a Banda band. So if you remember anything about like when we learned a bunch of stuff about the Negro Leagues and who sponsored those teams, that was musicians too. A lot of musicians had Negro League teams, and that's happening in the Mexican League to this day. So it would be like if like Taylor Swift sponsored the Cubs or something that had a big side in the outfield.
And then we had to listen to Taylor Swift songs all game long.
Or it would be like if like, like a player, like, I don't know, someone from the past, like Ben Zobrist, like if his wife was also a musical artist and decided that like her music should be played throughout the baseball game at least like 6 times. It would be right. Like that.
Oh my God. So I assume that they were playing the music though, the MS Banda.
I assume, yeah, but I don't really know MS Banda songs. They were playing all sorts of songs. Some that I knew, certainly some songs in English, certainly a lot of songs that were from Mexico or other areas in Latin America. Here's my niece Kiara, and I just like this photo. There's like these 3 wheelchair seats under the VIP, and I don't know. It's just got a cool photo. Here's a statue of one of the Venados that they have there, just in the background.
Back that up. That looks like Sam. The old cowboy actor. I can't think of his name, but yeah, it looks like he's playing baseball. He's got a big white mustache on there.
Well, little do you know that it's actually Frank Schwindel. That just frozen in time. Little did you know.
It's not frozen in time. This is what he does for his job. He just stands there and lets people take pictures with him. Sam Elliott, Yumper says. Thank you. Yeah, he's got a little Sam Elliott going on there.
So I moved around a little bit. You can see it's a nice stadium. Probably holds about like 12,000 maybe. Something like that, 12, 15. Probably really pack him in there. Then they have like, some of the history of the team. It was the 80-year anniversary of the Venados, and they've participated in the Series del Caribe, which I went to a bunch of years back, if you remember, with Jose Orlando down in Puerto Rico, when we talked all about that. And then There's the stadium again, and here's some artwork that's around. Is pause to look at it, but it's pretty cool stuff. They've got a wrestling ring, which they and if they had this set up at Wrigley, there'd be 3 people guarding it. All the kids would want to get in there and start fighting each other, and of course they would not let you do it because of insurance reasons, whatnot. Let me just put it this way: after the game, there were like 20 kids in here all smacking the crap out of each other, having the time of their lives doing wrestling. And I'm like, why does America suck at everything that's fun? Like in Mexico, they're like, let the kids fight. That's what they do. They're having a good time. And they had this cool looking band, this like statues of this band. Like it looks like a Dixieland band, but it's not.
Yeah, statue of a Dixieland, yeah. Or I don't know, is this
band.
A Banda band, yeah.
Banda bands are huge. Well, Mazatlan is like really the home of Banda. Like this should maybe either that or they had like another 8 of their members quit in this picture because there's only 4 of them.
These are the only ones that showed up for that show.
Yeah. Here's a little bit more of the history. They actually won they won something in beating, I guess they were the champion of the, looks like
Minera Invicta is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it looks like they won the whole thing in 2016. So I know another team that did that.
Yeah. So they know what it's like to not really try for the next 10 years.
Yeah, because they were pretty bad. I'll say that much. And everybody I talk to, they're like, they'll see my new Bonatos hat. They're like, "Oh, you're a fan of the team?" I'm like, "Yeah, I went 3 times and stuff." And everybody in the town's like, "Yeah, they stink." But I'll say this much, and I didn't get too much of the pictures of the gear. They've got great gear. And what I found out about it, because I went to try to find you a hat for the opposing team that I saw over the weekend, because they're called the Algodoneros. Which means
you were saying that
the Cottons,
I think cotton growers or something. Yeah, I would totally dig that.
But they don't sell it in that town. It's like if you couldn't find a Cardinals hat in Chicago or a Brewers hat in Chicago.
Should really be the case.
It really should be the case, but that's the way it is in Mazatlan. I went to multiple places where I got the mug, because I went to like this weird outlet mall where at the Bonatos shop at the stadium, they circled on a map where I should go to maybe find an Algodoneros hat. If anybody's going to have it, it'll be them. They did not have it. It's called Siglo Deportes, did not have it. You got to go to Guasave where they play to find that, because it's completely different brands and they keep those other brands out of those other stores. So there must be a dozen different Venados stores all around Mazatlan, but you cannot find an Algodoneros hat. And they don't have a very good logo either. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Yeah, it's not great.
It looks like a butt. The one with the cotton? Like the piece
you would have loved it. You would have loved it even more, right?
Yeah, I'm like, give him a butt hat. So all right, I got a few more pictures to show. I already showed that one. So it's kind of cool. Go around, see all the history. They have a bullpen cart, so that's awesome. 3 cheers for bullpen carts. Let's see what else. So there's the 2016 victory. And then I went back there in the daytime. I bought a bicycle for basically $50 and got to use it for 4 days. It was more to rent one every day for 4 days than to just buy a cheap one.
Right.
Of course, I got a flat tire like the first day. I had to go back to the guy. You got to help me. I'll walk for an hour and a half to get back to him.
Cost you as much for the new tire as the whole bike?
No, he did it for free because he sold me a lemon, but he did it for free. So there's just a couple of pictures around the stadium. I got a free ticket the next day. This is my free ticket in front of the Venados logo, because I met a guy outside. He's like, "Hey, you want a ticket?" And he's like, "Just all you got to do is follow me on Facebook." And I'm like, okay. And so I followed him on Facebook. He's there with his son. His name's Oscar. He writes for, I think it's just called like El Noticias or something like that, or, like the news, basically. So he was there with his son, who kept talking to me. The son did.
Yeah.
and his name was Oscarito or Oscarino, because Oscar and Little Oscar basically are these two guys. And so I'm just sitting there talking to him, and he's like, my son is a musician. I'm like, oh, cool. That's
Oh.
pretty awesome. He's like, he plays clarinet. He's in a banda. He also plays drums. He's really good at drums. And, parents are always telling me like, oh, my kid's great, like, so now I'm hearing it in Spanish now. Like, oh, my kid's great. I'm like, oh, this guy. and then Oscarino was like, yo, follow me on Facebook too. I'm like, you're 10 though. Like, what do you have Facebook? So I do. Turns out the kid's a freaking genius. Like, all right, so I got to play a video.
Really?
Yeah, I got to play a video of the people that gave me a free ticket. Now, check out this little kid playing drums with these grown ass men. All right, you're going to love this.
That kid is killing it.
Nah, he's absolutely incredible. And like, you don't understand, like, he's the only kid. And if you could see, he's standing up on top of like a platform so that he can reach the drums. Because the kid's
right. So
4 foot something. Not a big kid. Now here's his drum solo. And like these grown ass adults are just standing around waiting for this kid to keep being incredible. Andy Wells is in here saying he's jamming.
yeah, and like this kid is what? He looks like about 11 years old or something.
Yeah, and he plays clarinet too, and he loves baseball. So like basically, I told him, I said we would love to have you on the podcast sometime, and he's just like his eyes lit up, and I told the guy also Oscar, his dad, I said, we'd love to have you on too, and he's like, we'd love to do a story about Chicago fans that came down and saw the Venado, and that would kind of play in Mazatlan about these tourists that love baseball. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Reaching out across the border. We're not all assholes.
All right, well, speak for yourself.
Well,
so
other people.
So
There are other people.
I got a few more pictures I'll show. I'll just go through them real quick. I just thought this was really pretty. I went to 3 total baseball games. This is the Mexican national anthem, which is just as crappy as our national anthem, in that like it sucks. Like, what does the national anthem have to do with anything as far as American music goes? Nothing. 0 things. And the same with the Mexican national anthem. It doesn't sound like Mexican music at all. Just like the American national anthem does not sound like American music in the least.
Yeah.
It should be John Philip Sousa, And all right, so here's a few more pictures. 80th anniversary. Look at this guy's name. It played for the Venados. Dick Hall.
Nice.
Hot dog down a hallway. There's the band again, in the daytime this time. And then check this out. I got to see a bunch of dudes. I mean, there's a lot of people that play for all these teams. This guy's playing for the Algodoneros, and Juan Kirk. He is the brother of Charlie Kirk. No, just kidding. Alejandro Kirk. Captain Kirk. So Juan Kirk was there catching, just like his brother. And then check out who I saw.
Oh, Esteban Quiroz.
Yeah, former Cub great Esteban Quiroz.
Yeah, love it.
Algodoneros. So that's why you're an Algodoneros fan right there.
Right there. I'll get his jersey.
Exactly. Deep cut. A few more pictures. There's the MS Banda sign from above. Really cool. Oh, and here's why I felt so at home.
Troughs.
Troughs. And then there's Juan Kirk again. Oh, dude, they had cheerleaders. Oh, my God. They were so hot. I can't even tell you. The first night that I was there, they had like these Chippendale dudes with their and they were like sexy as hell. And all of a sudden, I see my mother-in-law and my sister and my wife all looking over. They're like, "Oh, look at this!" And it's these hot dudes, hot Latin dudes, all freaking dancing and like pelvic thrusting in the air because it was ladies' night on the Friday. They have all the women that I was with all remarked that not only was it great that they got to see half-naked men dancing around and gyrating in their face, but that they had great gear from the Venados for the ladies. So that's way better than the Cubs have.
Right.
They really have thought about it. Whoever's, we've seen a lot of bullshit from MLB and some styles.
So what you're telling me is it wasn't just a men's shirt, but then they bedazzled it. And now it's a woman's shirt.
Put a flower on its shoulder. Yeah. Cut the sleeves off. Call it a day. It's a baby doll. So hot male and women cheerleaders, and there's the band MS. And I didn't know they were a band. I thought this was like the minor league team. Miguel Esparza, who I was texting with the whole time, was like, that's one of his favorite Banda bands. And I got to tell the story about the old man. Right. So I went 2 nights in a row. Saturday night I go, and it's fan appreciation night, which really didn't mean much of anything except for they were selling these raffle tickets to win this truck. I did not buy a raffle ticket because I couldn't really figure out how to do it, nor could I figure out how to get a truck back from Mexico. So I wasn't about to figure all that stuff out.
Oh, you don't think it would be hard to just drive a truck from Mexico to Chicago across the border? That should be easy.
No problem.
I saw on the news thousands of people do it every single day.
Every single day. Exactly. At the border. I could drive it right through the alligator infested Rio Grande. Even though I don't think there's alligators in there. Just razor wire. But so they have this contest, and after the game, they do a bunch of fireworks. And then they're going to give away this truck. So they start calling the winner of the truck. Cheerleaders are there. All these dignitaries, the owners of the team, everybody's there. And they call the name, and they've left. They're not there. They won a truck, and they didn't stay to win it. And there's no, you don't have to be there to win it. You got to be there. They must have called 5 names of people that won the truck. And it was like that scene in Sound of Music, when they're the family has escaped from the Nazis and they won the contest, and they keep going, the family von Trapp, and the spotlight goes to the corner and the family keeps not showing up, and then finally the Nazis are like, oh, they must have escaped, and it was like, the winner is Esteban Quiroz, and Esteban Quiroz had already left, and that would have doubled his salary right there if he won that.
Right.
But instead, in the end, the man who won the truck should not be driving. He was so old. Look how old he is. He's like 90 years old. His kids had probably just taken his keys away, and then he's out there winning a truck. There's the mascot. I'm trying to find another picture of the truck. Nah, I don't have another. This is the best picture I got of the guy. But it's pretty. If you zoom in, you can see how old he is. Anyway, that was hilarious. I was laughing. Everybody was laughing. They're like, I can't believe that old man won. And there's another picture of the hot cheerleaders, which I didn't take that. I didn't take that money. I swear.
Right. Well, when I went to load my own pictures in here, I saw that it was full and I couldn't put any in there. So, because Danny's just got, he's a little nervous right now. He's feeling a little embarrassed that he has 57 different pictures of the cheerleaders that he's not showing you.
Yeah, and they're all blurry because I was shaking.
You were you and Reese McGuire over there watching
Yeah, exactly.
the cheerleaders. That's why he can't play in the Mexican League.
Also, why he can't win a truck because he's not allowed to sit in the cab of trucks anymore. Part, part of his deal with the judge. So anyway, that was my trip to 3 games in Mexico. I had a great time. If you ever get a chance to see games in Puerto Rico or Mexico or Venezuela, if that place still exists after the next couple months, they're hosting the Series del Caribe, Venezuela. And we keep seizing their ships and bombing their boats. And they're supposed to have this big baseball tournament there in February or January. So see what happens with that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have. If you ever get a chance to go, Michael, you've never been to a game in Puerto Rico or?
I have not. I do want to, but yeah, I've only been trying to think. I don't think I've been to Mexico since I started doing this show. Honestly,
I mean,
it's been a long time since I've been to Mexico.
Well, you got to get back. In fact, I was thinking as I was down there because every single stadium's in with a 2 or 3 hour drive of each other, and I thought it would be fun to like get a 15 passenger and drive over the border from San Diego or something and just start making our way to all the stadiums in Mexico. Like
would be fun.
Like we're a bunch of Hunter S. Thompsons and Ken Kesey's on a bang bus with the Mazatlan cheerleaders.
God.
That came out wrong.
That did. I
had the Mazatlan cheerleaders.
My wife just yelled from the other room, "You're not going."
Well, it'll be more fun than watching the Cubs, I'll tell you that much, because I had more to report about Mexico than I have to report about what the Cubs did at the winter meetings. They didn't even get a Rule 5 guy.
Yeah,
their specialty.
We've been talking about this on the Discord. If for all the Patreon people, they can go on the Discord, and yes, we talk Cubs, 365 days a year, and we're in there talking about all this stuff. And basically, the only time you heard the Cubs name, you heard it a lot. They didn't get a player. Every time a player would sign, Cubs were in on him, but he didn't want to do it.
Well, and we're not surprised around these parts by any of this. They were rumored to go after pitching. They said they're going to be in the mix for all the pitching. So far, they've whiffed on all the big ones, but they did get a couple guys. I mean, this guy Colin Snyder. I mean, we could start with him. I call him the Tyler Zombro nerd special.
Because we went through a few of these last week, and I would just like say the name and just see if anybody knew who they were. No, nobody knew who it was.
Well, yeah. Well, Colin Snyder, I don't think you went because wasn't that a newer one? I mean, you've probably talked about Phil Matone.
Yeah, we brought up Phil.
But yeah, here's Colin Snyder. He's a supinator. So he really twists that supinator muscle when he throws. And, Zombro loves it. I mean, that's what they called him, Tyler Zombro. He's a supinator that he said a bunch of nerdy stuff, which is why he's supposed to be good. But in Seattle, he had a 5.47 ERA in 24 games, 26 innings pitched, 24 strikeouts, and they batted .299 off of him. So they were supinatoring him right into the freaking bleachers, apparently, because it didn't go that great.
Yeah, not at all. And that's kind of a pitcher's ballpark. So not good when you're at a 5.47 out there.
1.44 whip. I mean, he got worse in 2025. 2024, he did pretty well. Only 41 innings pitched in a 194. But all the other years, he was bad. So, I mean, great. But it's a minor league deal. We'll see what he's got. Blah, blah, blah. Colin Snyder. He should spell his last name with a Y. It's way cooler. And then there's
Oh yeah, that's
I'm kind of into this signing just because it feels like, well, it's not a starter like Colin Ray ended up being, but I guess he could be. Maybe he's only started one game though. Maybe he'll be an opener. Hobie Milner is a lefty specialist, not really specialist. Pitched 70 innings last year for Texas, but look at all those years with Milwaukee. So he's a Craig Counsell special.
yeah.
Hobie is literally his name. I looked it up. It's not even a nickname. Hobie.
It's not even a nickname. Yeah, Hobie. Wasn't Hobie the name of the kid? Okay. I'm getting a brain flash here. What was the Baywatch? Wasn't Hobie the kid's name on Baywatch? The Hoff's whatever his name. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody in the chat who watched that show, tell us about Hobie. Who knows? Maybe it's that kid. Maybe he grew up. Well, he'd be like 50 by now.
I mean, I feel like I think he's the only Hobie in the world. It's not a name. But he was okay for Texas last year. I mean, negative WAR player, though, but he'd 70 innings pitched. You wonder what it would have been like if he was with the Cubs.
I wonder if he could supinate more. I wonder if they are looking at him and they're like, you know what? The pitch lab is creating supinators.
Wouldn't he have to suvinate because he's a lefty?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Maybe you have to say supinate just backwards.
Well, he had a 3.84 ERA, but look at that last year with Milwaukee, a 182, 64 innings pitched. This guy's been a workhorse the last 4 years. That's the only thing that kind of worries me is that, he might be a little supinated out at this point of his career.
Right.
I mean, we saw this slappy seconds. He's not really a scrap heap guy. They're giving him $3 million. And I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole is that he is the son. You know how they put on Baseball Reference when their dad played or their uncle played or whatever? He's the son of a catcher named Brian Milner. Now, do you ever remember this guy? No. You wouldn't, because he played 2 games for the Blue Jays in 1978. But check this out. Yeah, I know. But check this out. In his 9 plate appearances, he went 4 for 9 with a triple. He scored 3 runs and never played in the majors again. Like, is that not like the Cubs special?
I was just gonna say, was he playing for the Cubs in 2025?
Exactly. Set him down. He's terrible. He doesn't know what he's doing. Get him out of here. Triple should have been a double. Idiot. Get out of here.
What's that guy thinking? We told him to take 3 pitches.
Exactly. Don't be hitting the ball. That ball was half a centimeter outside. Robot Up would have called it a ball. You hit it in the corner, you idiot.
You should have walked.
You should have walked, you fool. But I was like, why didn't this guy get a chance? And then I saw who were their catchers that year. They had 3 other catchers on that team that played on the 1978 Blue Jays. They were Rick Cerrone, who went on to the Yankees, and the Red Sox too. I think he played for a couple of different teams.
I actually remember the name, but
Alan Ashby, who ended up his son, I believe, currently plays Graham Ashby, something Ashby. But Alan Ashby was a catcher for the Astros for years and years and years, and amongst probably other teams too. And then, do you remember Ernie Witt? I think he stayed with the Blue Jays. And so they had 3 catchers, other catchers besides Brian Milner. So that's why he went 4 for 9 and never got another chance, because there were 3 other guys that had really good major league careers.
But
so
still,
that was my rabbit hole that I'm sticking to it.
Oh, but this is 1978, you're saying, right?
1978, yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, yeah, but he can just go sign with another team. But actually, 78 was like the first time anyone was ever a free agent. So they had the players union had just gotten that right to change teams, and so people just didn't really.
They didn't know how it worked yet.
Yeah, they didn't really know how to do it. So he may not have had the opportunity to change teams until, a couple years later and catcher. Who knows?
You still had NL and AL guys. A guy never went from the NL to the AL usually. I mean, it happened rarely, and now it's people all over the place. So anyway, I kind of like the Milner. I don't know if you looked this dude up, but he's got that funky stuff, 3/4 arm, not really a submariner, but that funky left. It's going to be a different look out of the bullpen, out of left side. Jed has shown that that's one thing he's been able to do is find these guys. Certainly Craig Counsell knows him well. He did pretty good last year with this crap,
Well, great. Wonderful. I'm so happy. I can't wait to buy my Brad Milner jersey. Hobie.
Yeah, Brian is his dad, the famous guy who went 4 for 9 with a triple.
I've already forgotten. I just don't care. It's so uninteresting. And Eli said in Discord the other day, is like the whole thing where the Cubs just don't sign players and don't go after long-term contracts and stuff. He made a point that I was like, oh, that's totally true. You don't even get excited anymore before the season. And then when they have a good season, because a guy like Tucker is not going to be there next year, you're not that excited about it. It's because we could have been very excited at the end of this season, right? We just had 2 83-win seasons, and then they have a 92 win. They go to
you build on it, right? Yeah,
they go to the tournament. We're building, right? We're getting better. But no, these guys are all gone now, and we have to remake the whole damn team again.
Yep, with Hobie Milner.
So by the time you can get excited about it, then you're just great. But if they don't win this year, they don't win the World Series, then we're starting over again.
Yeah, and next year they really will start over. The year after next, I should say. And then they're going to add him to Phil Matone, who this is the dude, long career, even though he's slightly younger than Hobie Milner. Going to be 33, coming into the Jesus year. But this guy, I mean, he's got more of the strikeout per 9 stuff. Averaging 10.3, 12.9 last year, also with Texas. So they like whatever Texas has been doing. They've been keeping their eye. Matone went from St. Louis to Texas, and I don't know, Texas, they didn't do anything. So apparently they had a decent bullpen because they're all on the Cubs now. And Phil Matone and Hobie Milner. Anybody who started with M and played for Texas is now a Cub.
Is this the new market efficiency that Jed is exploiting? Is that, the Rangers are just going to get rid of these guys, but they're still kind of good. But the Rangers have been better than the Cubs in the last decade. So I feel as if, I don't know, maybe the Rangers know if they're getting rid of good players.
I mean, this guy, they're old. I mean, I'm worried about the sloppy seconds aspect of this. Who was the dude last year? But Presley, the year before, it was the other guy from the Astros that was sloppy
Presley
seconds.
That they gave $8 million to and then dumped halfway through the season.
And then who's the guy before, the year before? The dude from the Astros that they got that they also wasn't really working out at the end. He got hurt. And then who am I thinking of? Somebody tell me in the chat, the 23 Ryan Presley. It's the same thing.
Yeah, he was the guy who wasn't a closer, and we tried to make him a closer.
Yeah,
or no,
exactly.
he was a closer, but Houston wasn't going to let him close anymore, and so he came to the Cubs because they specifically said you can close, and then he sucked and blew a bunch of games. Neris,
yep. Yeah, thank you, Hector Neris. And then
and this is what happens when the teams aren't good and the players are only on the team for a minute and a half. We don't even remember. This is what we do all year long every year we watch the Cubs, and we're talking about players we don't even remember now because they're just literally they're not there very long, and the team's not good.
And then there are other guys we could have gotten, and the Cubs kept whiffing. Let's start with the relievers. Ryan Helsley went to the Orioles. Robert Suarez went to Atlanta. Devin Williams said he wanted the Cubs, wanted to come to the Cubs, went to the Mets. Then you got a bunch of other pitching getting signed.
He said he wanted to go to the Cubs, but $51 million was too much.
Yeah.
The Cubs didn't come near it. That was what he said. They didn't come to the 51 million mark, so I went to the Mets.
So that speaks volumes about what we could expect from them. And then Sonny Gray got traded from St. Louis to Boston. So not that they would have traded him to us, but we did.
And St. Louis has to pick up like 20 million of that contract. Like he's making like 41 million this year, that dude, because his contract was super backloaded.
He's always been kind of overrated. Like he's been good,
Yeah.
but Cease went to Toronto. Everybody already knows that, but that's another dude they whiffed on. And then Carl Edwards Jr. I thought was interesting with the Mets.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he's still hanging
surprised
around.
to see that he's still hanging on. But yeah, he's getting a chance with the Mets. The Cease thing. This is another one of those Kyle Schwarber things. Like people are talking about, like, oh, Schwarber could come back. Schwarber is never coming back.
No, he's never. He signed with the Phillies.
Right, but Cease was never coming back either because the Cubs had already given up on him before they sent him to the White Sox. The Cubs had decided.
They threw him in.
Yeah, the Cubs had decided that Dylan Cease was not going to ever be a starter. He couldn't do it. He was only ever going to be a reliever, and he wasn't even good enough to keep on their team. So they sent them to the White Sox, who let him start, or he worked his way into the starting rotation, however that worked for him. But he became a starter and made some money and moved around and had some good years. But the Cubs literally had no idea what they had with him. And then here's Jed. This is, the Jed specialist trying to sign the guys that he let walk. And these players are just not going to come back. Unless you super overpay, unless you're going to give him 250 million instead of the 120 that he got or something, 210.
And you know who else is not coming back? Michael Soroka, who signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Pete Alonso
and
to
Keegan
the
Thompson, who signed with the Reds.
Yeah. Another big one, Pete Alonso to the Orioles. So unlike the Cubs, they're trying 155 million for 5 years. And then Schwarber, 5 years, 150 million, slightly less than that. They're going to get their money's worth just because the dude hits dogs. I mean, he's going to continue to do that. And then Josh Naylor signed back with the Mariners. Those are really the big ones.
The best news about Schwarber going to the Phillies is that he didn't end up with the Reds. That would have been bad. That would have been really, really bad for the rest of the division with, Kyle Schwarber getting 4 to 5 at bats every game in that ballpark.
Yeah, I mean,
it would have been great for Schwarbs.
It would have been our just desserts, though. Like we would have deserved that. And I would have laughed at us, even though it would have been painful to watch. The fact that he's on the Phillies, we don't have to face him as much, but we still have to get past him. The Phillies were the only team that actually managed to, like, besides the Blue Jays, beat the Dodgers in the National League at all,
right,
in the playoffs, like at all. They swept everybody else. So anyway. That's kind of the rundown of Mexico and what's going on. So why don't we take a break and then we'll come back and we have some fun things. We got some AI videos that were sent in by Wrigleyville Bum Joey that I want to highlight because they're hilarious.
Yeah,
and
we're done with all this bullshit Cubs non-winter meeting having asses. We're gonna have some fucking fun when we come back. We're gonna talk about some shitty Cubs gifts. We're going to talk about Cubs gifts for certain players. Danny, what are the 3 players you have Cubs gifts for?
I've got gifts this week. Maybe we should probably do this next week too. It's hilarious. Oh no, next week's the big show.
Next week's big show with the
big
music
Christmas party. Yeah. We'll talk about that later too. So Miguel Amaya, I have a present for. Ian Happ and the Cubs manager Craig Counsell. I've got
and
for all those players.
And I have gifts for Justin Steele, PCA, and Dansby Swanson. So people in the chat, you'll have a break here. We're about to take a break. We're going to do the silhouette. Put your guess in for the silhouette if you want. But also think about some other player. If you have a good gift, and you know what I'm talking about. We see a good mention in there. We'll put you on the show because I want to see what kind of gifts you're getting for these Cubs players.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back after this quick commercial break for our Patreon. Oh no, silhouettes first, right?
Here, who's that Cubby? All right, so if you think you know who this Cubby is,
Matt
go
Shaw.
ahead and put it. Yeah. But yeah, put it in the chat. Think of your gifts for players, and we'll be right back.
And hashtag change in the chat.
The Bleacher Bunch brings you great shows like Sun Ranto, Cubs PS Plus, Bricks Behind the Ivy, Cuppa Cubby Blue, and Baseball Rabbit Hole. But you could be getting so much more when you subscribe to our Patreon page for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/BleacherBunch. Get access to our exclusive daily show Cubs Pod, where we recap every single game. Plus, be the first to hear Cubs music, get early access to events, and receive an invitation to join our Discord Cubs community, where fans just like you show up every day to rant and rave about our beloved boys in blue. Most importantly, 10% of your Patreon pledge will go directly to help the Lost Boys Youth Baseball program. So join us. There are perks at every level, like the Renter Calendar, absolutely free, and name recognition for you or your business. We are independent Cubs podcasters, and we need your support. Otherwise, we'll quit. Seriously, we'll all quit. Some of us might even die from your lack of support. In fact, the cutest little puppy you've ever seen will die if you don't support the Bleacher Bunch at patreon.com/BleacherBunch. We promise to spend all the Patreon money on tickets and beer and all the dog crap we have to buy just to keep our podcast rolling. So give us your money, and we'll waste it far better than you will. Patreon.com/BleacherBunch. Free trials are available, but don't do a free trial. Just join, okay? Okay. Patreon.com/BleacherBunch.
In the clutch, in the clutch. Buy t-shirts from In the Clutch. Take it from the Bleacher Bunch. You'll love the shirts from In the Clutch.
In the Clutch shirts are comfortable, stylish, and guaranteed to get you laid. Plus, they're proud sponsors of the Bleacher Bunch. Use promo code BleacherBunch for 10% off your purchase.
Nice to feel and soft to touch. That's why you will get laid so much. Wearing a shirt from In the Clutch. And you can thank the Bleacher Bunch.
In the Clutch, in the Clutch. Buy t-shirts from In the Clutch. Remember the code Bleacher Bunch. Save 10% at In the Clutch. In the Clutch. In the Clutch.
In the Clutch shirts actually not really guaranteed to get you laid.
Who's that Cubby? Matt Shaw.
Oh, and Yumper got it in the chat. And why can't I get back to these things? Okay. It's Will Ferrell. Here he is batting for the Cubs in spring training. And you see right there, traded to the Cubs in the middle of the third inning.
Well, he did that thing where he played all the positions, but he played for a bunch of different teams, and he went around to different spring training games. I went to the one, I think he played for the Cubs against the Angels, I want to say.
Yeah. I don't know. Wait, who did it say? Did it say who? No, traded to the Cubs. Yeah, it doesn't show who they were playing in this game, but yeah. So Will Ferrell actually has a baseball reference page. And so which is why I decided I was like, I'm going to use this one. Yeah, he it says bats, right? When you're looking at the thing for Will Ferrell's page, it says bats, but bats is in quotation marks. Bats right, throws right, height 6'3", weight, it says 220-ish.
Wasn't he supposed to be making a movie about some guy or a TV show about I forget. It was supposed to. Wasn't it like somebody did that one time? Like played every position in a game, and it was and he was doing a movie about that guy.
I don't think he was doing a movie about it. I think he just decided that there was a guy that had done that in a game back in the day, and I can't think of who it is right now, but
like
he decided he wanted to do that, and so he jumped around in the thing. So that season, that was his 2015 spring training. He was signed by the Oakland A's as an undrafted amateur free agent in 2015, and he played for Oakland, Seattle, the Angels, the Cubs. Oh yeah, so he did play for the Angels and then the Cubs in the same game. He was traded mid-game. Arizona, Cincinnati, the White Sox, the Giants, the Dodgers, and the San Diego Padres. So he's what you call a journeyman. He made his way around spring training, played for a lot of teams, but you'll be interested to know the only team that he played multiple positions for was the Cubs. He played third base, he pinch hit, and first base. So he played third base and first base. He actually got a little bit of run. Everyone else he played one position for. And the only other time he got to bat was when he played DH for the White Sox. He did not hit. He struck out twice. He had 2 at-bats. He struck out twice.
The other thing, I wonder if he tried to do it in between innings, but I wonder if he tried to do his Harry Carey impression too at some point to round it all out. His hologram Harry.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Don't you remember Will Ferrell was? That's what Ryan Dempster does. He does an impersonation of Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey.
And I forgot. Dodgers. He actually played. He pitched. Yeah, for the Dodgers, he pitched. So he does have pitching stats. It says 0.1 innings pitched, and the rest is 0. So he actually got an out. He didn't get a strikeout.
I'll have to look up and see what happened. I think that the dude probably laid down for Will. I would guess.
I'm assuming. I mean, remember 2015? Things were fun then. Shit was fun. People, the actual Cubs team was fun, and then there were people like Will Ferrell out there, also known as Rojo Johnson. That's his nickname, is Rojo Johnson. But yeah, he was out there playing every position during spring training, having fun.
Remember when he was doing third base coach with the signs too? He had he was giving signs. They don't even do that anymore because there's no time for it. But he had placards like that he had written.
Yeah, it says "Don't steal."
Don't steal. So
shit was fun back in the day, man.
And now everything's fake, and it's all AI, and everything's crazy now. Everything just doesn't make sense. But I wanted to showcase some hilarious videos that were made by our dude who knows about this stuff. Like sometimes it takes a guy in his 50s with spare time and
with some time on his hands
and teenage kids to be able to figure out how AI video works. But Joe was telling me that his wife was like comes in from the other room as like Joe sits making these videos cackling to himself about the hilarious shit he's doing. She's like, "What is wrong with you? You're acting crazy." It's like, I was like mad scientist thing on making AI videos. Now, we are in the wild west of this stuff. right now because I don't know how long it's going to be until the Cubs and Ricketts are like, this is being misused. We got to anything with our copyright you're not allowed to use for this crazy shit. So we're in the Wild West. We will always own at least these videos. So here, check this out. This is one that Joe made.
That would be 40 even. Worth it.
Wrigley. It's pricey, but magical.
Ho, ho, big gifts for the North Side.
Easy, Santa. You're close to the luxury tax.
Nonsense. I've got a franchise star right here.
Tax says $285 million.
Red line's maxed out, boss.
Well then.
Oh boy. Dasher? Dancer?
We'll help you look, big guy. Where could they?
Oh, for jingle's sake. Ho, ho, ho.
Starting pitching, more home runs, fewer rain delays, and cheaper nachos.
I'll see what I can do.
All we want for Christmas is...
Let's see who's on the list this year. Nice. Cubs fans. Mm-hmm. Naughty. Anyone who puts ketchup on a Wrigley dog. Mm-hmm. Some sins are unforgivable.
I'm okay.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Cubsmas.
I mean, that last scene when Santa destroys an elf by taking the Wrigley clock and bonking him on the head with it, and he goes flying over the bleacher wall. I mean, how long are we going to get to do? Oh my God! Well, none of it makes any sense. That you can only make certain up to 8 seconds of video, 10 seconds of video at a time. So he kind of takes multiple videos and strings those together, and it's chaos. It's total chaos. But there's Cubs logo. Wrigley Field is in there. How long are you gonna get to do this stuff?
That's hilarious. That is so funny. I love the $40 for the hot chocolate. Worth it.
And accurate. But speaking of the Cubs needing money, I want to play one more of these videos. And this one is a parody of the Cars for Kids commercial, which is, Cubs for Kids. And this is the other thing. How are they using all these kids? This seems wrong, too. Anyway, check it out.
2, 3, well, 1-800-Cubs for Kids. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. Donate to us. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. Donate to us today.
Guys, we're the ones who need donations.
How is everything this expensive?
1, 2, 3. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. Donate to us today. Hey, Cubs fans. Donate money to Cubs for Kids so our parents don't have to sell a kidney just to bring us to a game and hook us up with hot dogs, nachos, peanuts, ice cream, and all the Cubs swag. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. Donate to us today. Hi, we're in the bleachers living the dream. Except dreams are expensive. So donate to Cubs for Kids. 2, 3. 1-800-Cubs for Kids. 1-800-Cubs
That very much does look like Clark,
donate
too.
to us today.
I mean, it's all copyright infringement. It's like the AI craziness that just draws from every corner of the internet to make something like that, and to parody that song and to use the actual Cubs logos. I mean, I was having some fun with it today, coming up with some of the Cubs presents that were given up. I was like, let me try some of this AI stuff. I have to use it at work, and I'm kind of annoyed by it because it flattens everything out in a way. But it's so surreal that I can't not like it a little bit. And it's just, and to misuse it like Joe's doing it currently is just wonderful. Yeah. Screw Lake Michigan. Drain the thing. Let's make videos. Let's cool those servers. Let's go.
Nobody needs water.
Nobody needs
water. Okay.
So, shall we give away some presents? Let's do your bad presents first. You got a few. I didn't have time to come up with some of these shitty presents you could get the Cub fan in your life, but you found a few things that are hilarious. I saw.
I did. I am going to have to jump out and come right back in because I cannot I can't move my stuff around. I can't get the pictures that I'm looking for.
You're frozen. I mean, here's the thing. StreamYard, we were talking about this right before we went on. It comes up with all this great new bells and whistles that we have to learn how to use all the time. But then stupid shit like this will happen. You just like get frozen randomly. So Michael's gone for a second, so I will keep going by myself. Oh my God, what do I do? I know what I'll do. I will show you my first Cubs present that I'm going to be giving away to. Oh, you're back so fast. I guess I won't do that.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was going to take me long. Now I can look at it. So, all right. So I've got some bad gifts. I found some bad gifts, some bad Cubs gifts out there. And the first one I'm going to give us here, David Ross. There are some David Ross hats left over from when he was with the Cubs, and I found them out there. Right there, baby. Double fingers. You got the red bill, the cubby blue hat, and the two fingers sticking up, just like David Ross always wanted to be remembered.
Red bill, though, that's what's hot about the hat. I mean, where do you get this? Looks like
AliExpress. Yes. Yeah, AliExpress. But I think this hat is like 99 cents, which is great. It'll
plus $48 shipping.
Yeah. And then let's see, what's the next one I want to show you here. Okay, so I found a couple of books. And I don't want to talk too much trash because I am out there doing the same damn thing. Look, people, I know I am putting out dumb Cubs books too, but here are some, and maybe we should just do this as a bit where we actually have a Cubs book club and we put these people who put Cubs books out there. This one right here, I love the Cubs Book of Rap. So the great part is this is a lifelong Cubs fan pens rap verses to capture the fun of the incredible final 49 Major League Best Cubs wins of 2015. The final 49. Like, I don't know where this came from. But it was written by Frank Bud Stidronsky, a 70-year Cubs fan. So the person who wrote this has to be at least 70 if he came out of the womb in a Cubs hat. So
is there an example of the rap in this?
There is not. I wish. I am tempted to buy this.
A sample here.
Yeah, I'm tempted to buy this and then start rapping.
Yeah, we should make an album of all this stuff. Yeah, no example of the rap verses, just a lot about this guy. This can't be real. It's got to be all fake, right? I mean, it just feels like everything's fake now, that this guy's fake. He doesn't really exist, but it came out in December of 2015. 49 games. It's just so random. All right.
Yeah, the last 49 games. Like, he just kind of decided. So here's another one. I'm trying to bring it up.
He's like, you know what? They look pretty good these first, because they won 97 games. So the last 49 games, they probably would have been a little over 500, making a move.
Yep. Oh, and I can't. Oh, there it is. Good. Because I need to read you this. Okay, so this next one, this is a nice book here. Chicago Cubs Sweetest 16, a baseball fantasy by Steve Corman. So
Steve,
this was
I don't know about you. Steve's on Epstein's Island, it sounds like it to me.
This was published November 1st, 2015. Here's what this book is about. Dream ahead in this fantasy baseball story as the Cubs and Sox meet for the first time in a World Series since 1906. View the games through the eyes of three fans, a young couple expecting their first child, each rooting for a different team, and a middle-aged man whose great-great-great-grandfather was a sports writer covering the 1906 matchup for the Chicago newspaper. And Learn about the earlier series and some of the home team players as the three meet before each game to talk about that time in the city's baseball history. Find out more about past seasons and events leading up to this dream happening for both teams and their fans. So this is like a full-on fantasy book that this dude wrote in 2015 about the Cubs and the White Sox in the World Series. And here's the thing. They gave me all this information about they don't tell me. I don't know who wins. I'm going to have to get the book. I'm going to have to buy the book if I want to find out who wins the 2016 World Series. So that was great.
I did find one, by the way.
You found a
rap?
rap?
Find one real quick. No, I found a great gift that you can give somebody. It's a book, but this one's an audio book. And it's also about the Cubs. Here you can see Cubs and Campfires. Sweet and stocky. It's called. You got two fans there.
I love it. Sweet and Stocky Book 1. This is a series, folks.
Book 1 is a series. Like you can see that one Cub fan there looks like Jake Arrieta. The other one that looks like Kyle Schwarber back in the day. So you're going camping.
Absolutely. Totally.
Together. Sure, their wives are just off screen there.
No, this one. a Cubs story from Boys Town. Just beautiful. This one is wonderful. This is okay. You have to understand this next thing I am about to show you. This is available. You can buy this physical sign.
What the hell?
This is a Wrigley Field baseball club sign that was clearly made by AI, and then they actually made the sign. So especially for the listeners, it says we're pig blind Wrigley Field Lub Homia Chicano Do 987 Asi Duab.
This has got to be the new Rancher of the Year prize.
This is so good. Somebody literally made did some sort of like stupid AI thing for a Wrigley baseball sign and then had it made.
I don't think it breaks any copyright rules. That's for sure.
It
in English,
does
anyway.
not.
It might break them in some other languages that we don't know, but
yeah,
like Hungarian or something.
Yeah, I love that one. But okay, now the final one. This is the last one, and I'm trying to end my horrendous gifts. We started with David Ross's hat that he's putting out there, and Justin Turner. Justin Turner is also trying to cash in on his time with the Cubs by offering this Christmas sweater right there. This is,
dude, why does it look like there's like ants crawling on his scrot?
This is a Christmas sweater that also has a giant nut sack coming down off of the neck of the Christmas sweater. For everybody who's listening, it has there are Christmas decorations and stars, and there's deer, and then a big hairy nut sack, and right below that is a scrotum. Yeah.
Yeah.
You love, is this not, look, AI, that's the easy way to do the Photoshopping. That's a good Photoshop job, isn't it? I did that shit.
You did that. Yeah.
I did that shit in like 20 minutes before the show.
That took you 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Now who's
I didn't say I was fast at it.
Oh man,
I felt really good about that scrotum.
Well, it looks good. I mean, it looks like what it is. That's for sure. So we thought we'd get some presents for some of the Cubs though too. So my list starts with Miguel Amaya because he starts with A, and I thought this year I would hook up Miguel Amaya with lifetime supply of bubble wrap just to keep him nice and safe throughout the 2026 season. There he is wearing it proudly, all that bubble wrap I just bought him. Then he looked good.
Oh, he looks great.
Now this is what you use AI for. Bubble wrap in your catcher.
Bubble wrap in your catcher. I'm just really glad that it didn't bubble wrap his face. I was very concerned when I first saw this. I thought maybe he would not be able to breathe.
Well, then there would just be another IL stint for him, wouldn't it?
Yep. Okay. Where is my first one? Which one do I want to start with here? I got to find him. Oh, I'm starting with Justin Steele. Obviously, Justin Steele, he's working hard to get back. So this Christmas, I want to give him some inspiration. That's right. The DVD of Rookie of the Year, old Rowan Gardner broke his arm, and then he could all of a sudden throw very fast. But also, here's the big story. The kid was smart. When he lost his arm and he couldn't throw that fast anymore, he learned to make fun of players over at first so that they didn't notice they did the ball switch trick. And he told somebody that he's got a big old butt. I don't know. These are things I think Justin Steele needs to get into his repertoire because his arm keeps falling off.
Yeah, he might not be able to pitch. So he's going to have to resort to trickery, like making fun of the butt of the opposing team. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. What do I have? Let's see. My next one is, I thought that Ian Happ, him and Bleacher Jeff have become such good friends over the course of both of their times in left fields on either side of that wall. And I thought I'd get Ian Happ a sweatshirt with Bleacher Jeff's face on it. Isn't that nice? Look at that.
That is like
Bleacher Jeff right out of sweatshirt. Ian Happ doesn't look too happy, to be honest.
Well, I love this photo of Ian Happ. He is leaning on this rail. Wrigley's behind him. He's in full, I'm a male model. He's dropping us with some blue steel right there in his face.
Yeah. And Jeff is not dropping blue steel. Jeff is dropping like one of those blue tablets in the back of a toilet that turns the water blue. That's really what he's doing.
What's great about that picture? The great thing about that
flushes.
picture. Oh God. Yeah. No. And Jeff, there's no picture that looks more like a Bigfoot than right there.
Yeah. He somehow turns that beer bat into like a Fred Flintstone Bam Bam Club.
Everybody keeps going up to Ian Happ like, oh, that's awesome. You got a Bleacher Jeff shirt. And he's all confused. I thought this was Bigfoot in a Cubs jersey.
I really should buy Ian Happ this shirt, should I not? Or this sweater.
You absolutely should. Somebody needs to get this done for Ian Happ. I would love it if he was wearing this.
I'll tweet it out and we'll see where it goes. Maybe Obvious will end up making one.
I love it. I think it's hilarious.
What you got? And for who?
Okay. I got PCA coming up next. Our boy needs some help. We all saw how angry he would get after every time he struck out or did something so. I'm getting him a chill pill.
Seriously.
You see on the left side of the picture, he's screaming after he struck out, takes his chill pill, and there he is on the right side of the picture, just happy as a that looks frightening.
Yeah, non-addictive.
Cool and calm. Natural formula. So he won't get caught for PEDs. He can take his chill pill.
Yeah, he does need one. I think about him too. I'd be like, he could be so good if he would just chill the fuck out at the plate. Like he's, there's a certain amount of intensity that probably helped him get to where he is. But once you're up there, baby, you gotta relax.
You got to know when you've gone too far, and that's when they give you a chill pill.
Speaking of going too far, Craig Counsell is my final gift. And I thought I would give him, because he's a rat face, I'd give him a rat maze to run around in. Rats love running around in mazes, if I know anything about stuff I've seen on TV. And so I asked ChatGPT and the AI on Canva to like make me Craig Counsell the Cub hat in a rat maze, like make me this. And it just gets dark so fast. When you ask it to do things, so I've got multiple ones and they're all creepy. They're all, Edward Munch from The Scream. It's all, is that his name? Edward?
Yeah.
Edward, what's that guy? The Scream.
Edward Munch. Yeah.
Is that it? All right.
Yep.
So check it out. I've got a few to show. Craig and his rat maze. This doesn't look like Craig Counsell, but this is a useful photo though for many things.
This is a nice Cubs hat.
Yeah,
nailed it.
Exactly, nailed it. Here's Craig Counsell sad in a race of. This one looks more like Craig Counsell, but it's one of those bad AI drawings. And there's rats running around in the maze, and Craig Counsell just stuck in the middle of that maze. And this one does look more like him in his rat face. Got his nose a lot better.
That would be good on a T-shirt. The other one would be frightening on a T-shirt. This would be good.
This would be good. And then this one is also quite frightening. Look, who is that? That guy looks familiar, but it's not Craig Counsell. But he's just looking at a hole, and there's all these rats around his face. Which
that is a super creepy picture right there. Who
is that though? That's not Craig Counsell.
No, it's not. But you're right. It does look like. Oh, it looks like one of those kids from Dawson Creek. Maybe.
I guess.
I don't know. Dawson at age 50 or something. I don't know.
And then look at this one. This one's super dark. That does not look like Craig Counsell either.
This is a great
maze.
Yeah, this is a great movie poster right here. I think this one and that first one. You could do two different movie posts. Who cares what the movie is?
Yeah.
Jesus
Cub
Christ.
rat.
The look in his face. In that first one.
Yeah. He looks determined to get out of that rat maze. This guy seems like he died there and has come back as a ghost in the rat maze.
Rat
now
v.
my
rat.
final
This is Counsell versus Counsell. That's the movie. It's rat v. rat.
The final Counsell that goes all MC Escher with this final one. Super creepy. Really looks more like Ron Santo as a player.
That's a scary face right there.
Yeah, it looks like you know what it looks like? It looks like the faces that are coming out of the bottom of the Harry Carey statue.
Oh yeah, that does. That Harry Carey statue looks like those are the souls of all the people he ate. Like if you're into Nightmare on Elm Street, there's I think there's a scene where he rips open his shirt and there are like children's faces trying to get out of his belly. That's what the Harry Carey statue looks like to me. This one,
and which looks like this. Also would make a cool T-shirt.
Actually, this would be a cool T-shirt. This would be a cool poster. Also, in the rats, those faces are very much like Craig's.
Craig, yeah, a bunch of Craig Counsell surrounding 1950s Ron Santo.
What's up with the hat though? I'm trying to look closely at the hat. Is that an actual Cubs hat, or what's going on there?
Not really. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, that looks like Luis. You need to give that to Luis. Tell him you got him a Christmas
Luis,
gift.
I got you. Yeah. I made this for you on AI.
It's your name in a Cubs logo.
So that's my last one. But oh man, I can see why people end up going down dark holes and needing institutionalization or more medicine after playing with AI too much. You're like, I am God. It's like, well, now you know what artists feel like.
Yep.
That's why we're so egotistical.
You got to be to get through it. Okay. Well, I got one more. I got my gift for my guy, Dansby Swanson. And you know it. The thing that he wanted the most this year, mayonnaise. That's right. What do you get for the most generic white travel ball boy that you can find? A big ass jar of mayonnaise.
To hit baseballs into. Look, he crushed that ball. That's got to have been like at least 105 off the bat into that jar of mayonnaise.
Yeah. And then, I mean, and just so people don't think that I'm being like really mean, he wanted this last year. I got him Miracle Whip and he thought it was too spicy. So I went with, I went with the, I listened.
Did you get the olive oil kind? Oh no, you can't handle that.
Yeah. So yes, Dansby, you're getting a big ass jug of mayonnaise, just like how you play the game. We all like mayonnaise. We just don't know why we have so much of it.
If you have any presents for the Cubs, we'll still take some of your peanut gallery comments in the chat here. If that sparked any creativity from y'all, and hey, keep it going on all our pages, Discord, on Facebook, and stuff like that. The Cubs Carol competition is coming up. Oh, hold on a second. I got to get the bobblehead. Hold on.
Oh yeah, there's a new gift, but you know what? Since let's see where.
Speaking of Dansby Swanson, here are the prizes. Maybe I can come up with a couple of other things, but the Dansby and Mallory bobblehead, mint condition, never taken out of the box. That's going to be one of the prizes for.
You know, it'd be great with that. A little jar of mayonnaise right there between the two of them. They would love it.
They'd love it. Cubs, and also this awesome Cubs pennant that was given away at Fan Appreciation Weekend. I'm sure I can dig up at least one more thing to send you. So but you got to enter, and we've only had a couple entries so far. We're going to share all the entries next week, I think, and then we can judge you at a later date. Been shaking down. Eric Wheelo's going to send something in. Got to get Crawley to send something in. He's sour grapes though, because he's sad he never wins. And then Johnny is the reigning champion with Mom Shrine, if you remember that. Brought everybody to tears. Then there's we're trying to get Billy to vote, but Billy can't sing for shit. And I I sent him yours. I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. Listen to Cotton. He's terrible. And you enter every year. You might even win this year by default.
And I'm going to tell everyone out there, the fewer entries we get from other people, the more you have to hear me sing.
Yeah, because he's entered twice.
Yep. I have a song tonight I am going to debut on the show. I know you can't
encourage people to join. I'm going to sing a couple live. I'm dropping a link in the chat right now to the Google Drive folder where you should all upload your either MP3. I prefer a video. We could just have like a picture or multiple pictures going, a little slideshow. It definitely helps your cause as far as winning. And then, but it's not necessary. If you have a funny song, you could just do it live, like Bill Sugas in his carol singing chair.
Yeah, he's got a carol singing chair. He does it every year. It's great. And if you only have an MP3 or something that you want to send, maybe you don't know how to do it. I could actually add your music to a few pictures if you want. Like, that doesn't take me very long to do.
MP3 is fine too. We'll take an MP3. Just do it on the voice memos on your phone or whatever. Dominic Galora says suggests doing AI Cubs carols. Hey, we are progressive. We are not Luddites here on the show. We misuse every new technology we can get our hands on.
And here's the thing. You can have AI help you write this song, but you need to sing it. I don't want to hear no AI bot singing a song.
I'll even take AI bots. Obviously, you're getting disqualified in Michael's book.
Yep, you won't win.
Disqualify him, right?
Because, obviously we see like Joe can do AI sort of freaking Christmas carols. Of course, they're only like 4.5 seconds long, but
yeah, no, you're not going to win with a 4.5 second carol either. So that's going to be tough for you. David Elliott says he'll send in his Cubs carol this weekend. So great. So we're gonna.
Yep.
It's gonna
Salato
be an
says he's
extravaganza.
sending.
Tune in next week. We're gonna have all of these terrible songs to listen to. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We will judge you all harshly and have a good time.
And here's the thing: if you need some inspiration before next week, go back. All these shows, I think we've got four or five of them. This might be the fifth one that are out there of these shows where we show these and we talk about them. And I have to say, I have gone back and watched those and I laugh a lot watching these old Christmas Carol songs. They are amazing.
And well, tonight I'm going to do one live, like one of the ones that I've written that we're going to do at Cubs Caroling. And some of these limit changes I go back through, but every year I've got to kind of rework some of the carols because new things happened. You know, there was a bunch of stuff last year about having an 83 win team. Last year we went to the playoffs and lost to the Brewers and they flew the L, which I sang that on the show already. They flew the L. So we'll open with that. That's on the top of the Cub Carol because that's the most hilarious thing that happened. But I thought something, even though that the Pope, being from Chicago, even though he's a Sox fan, like I'm like, we got to give the Pope a Cubs Carol this year. You know, but we can talk about the White Sox. So I got this to Let It Snow, Pope Leo. Okay. The Pope is a South Sider whose White Sox hat's a miter. A Catholic from Chicago, Leo, Pope Leo, Pope Leo. He listens to all your prayers and he is a giant Bears fan. Imports Malort to Rome. Pope Leo, Pope Leo, Pope Leo. They say he's infallible, but I don't think that it's true. He likes the Sox, Bears, and Bulls, but he doesn't bleed Cubby blue. He's got a straight line to Jesus, loves tavern style and deep dish. Best Chicagoan since Capone. Pope Leo, Pope Leo, Pope Leo.
Oh,
so we'll be doing that one.
That was
I thought that was fun.
That was a good one. I wrote one.
Except for being a Cubs fan, nor for not being a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
So
I wrote the short one right before the. No, I wrote. I'm just seeing it live right here. We're trying it out.
I thought you were gonna play. Oh, this is the new one. All right.
The new. I wrote it right before the show today.
Yeah, we'll close the whole show with your favorite things video. How about that?
Okay. All right.
Go out with a bang. Like Hiroshima.
Let everybody know that they can just shut it off before they have to deal with that.
Kind of like the firebombing of Tokyo.
All right. Here we go. Jingle bells, Hoyer smells Ricketts ass all day. Oh, what trades has he made? Free agents walk away. Hey, jingle bells, Hoyer sells mediocrity. Cubs spend enough to act all tough when we call them cheap.
Hey.
There we go. See? People,
And by the
You're
way,
not
you
gonna-
can repeat songs. Just because Michael used Jingle Bells doesn't mean you can't use Jingle Bells as well. Like all the songs remain in. You don't have to think about being too clever. Like, remember when Crawley did that clever Christmas song that nobody knew, and he thought he was so clever? What was that one?
I don't remember.
Some Christmas rock song. Exactly. It was some Christmas rock song. He set it up. He had all this production value. That's what it's about.
Yeah. I will say, if you're doing it every single year, it is fun to kind of find some of the weirder ones out there, you know. But
remember John Pincus's when he was like doing
he did Carol of the
Suite?
Bells.
Yeah. All of his creep me out.
Yeah,
every single one of them. It's like an ASMR video from hell. All of them.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more to sing live, and this one's about when Bleacher Josh fell in the basket at Wrigley Field. So this it fell in the basket to the tune of Up on the Housetop. So it goes, fell in the basket, Bleacher Josh. He got too overzealous. Lucky the basket broke his fall. Jumped out and threw a dummy ball. Oh, gee, butt made a C. Oh, gee, thumb's gonna bleed. Fell in the basket. What the heck? Josh got pulled out by Bleacher Jeff.
Beautiful.
We'll sing that with Josh. Josh is coming to Cubs Caroling, I think, if he's available. He asked me when it is, so I told him. He will be there with his amazing sea leg butt.
Sea leg butt.
Remember his little bubble butt was sticking out and his legs made a C?
Oh, it's absolutely hilarious. It is burned into my head. I can see Cubs coming right out of his ass.
Oh God. I was sitting alone when that I know I've told this story already on the show, but I was sitting alone in the ballpark down the right field line where that happened. Or down the left field line. So I had a pretty good view of them going to the basket. And I started laughing hysterically. And people were all looking at me like, what's wrong with that guy? I'm like, I'm sorry, but I know that man. And he just fell in the basket. It's hilarious. So anyway, we'd love for you all to come to Cubs Caroling. There's a Facebook event you can try to join. There's also a Partyful event that's out there. If you look up Cubs Caroling, I'm going to try to write something if I get around to it on Cubs Insider, invite people that way. Invite your friends. You know, it's a lot of fun if you've never been. Everybody's invited. We're getting together a couple hours earlier than we had planned because they put the stupid Bears game on Saturday night. So now we got to get together at 4:00 instead of 6:00. So it's just a couple hours that will buy us because I think we might have trouble if they're showing the Bears game to get them to turn it off so we can come into the bar and sing. So it's all happening a little earlier. At least it'll be better than the time we tried to do it after that crazy bar crawl. What is it called? Not the Santa Con. T-box. Oh.
Yeah.
None of the bartenders wanted anything to do with us. That night.
No, and definitely go. It's one of those things. Cross off your bucket list. It's a lot of fun. I unfortunately cannot come this year, Danny. You're not going to be blessed with my voice raising everyone
awesome
else's boats.
And your blue Santa costume is going to be missing.
That's the best. That's the best part, right? Is my Santa Claus costume? Yeah.
And you falling asleep at a table at the end of the night. We're gonna miss that too. Oh no!
Talk about AI fake news. Danny's always getting those pictures, making them look like I'm asleep at a bar.
I guess you could all claim that now. So I dropped the Cubs Caroling link. I dropped the Cubs Drive link. So I don't know if these just live in these sessions. I'm not sure if they do, but I'm dropping that again. The other link I want to drop is we're going to do Secret Ranter again. I saw that people were interested in doing it. We're getting going.
Do we have time?
No, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I put it that first of all, like if you pick me, we're gonna pick the names on Sunday or Monday, I think. If you don't get it in time, it's fine. It'll come in January. But the other thing is like what I would like personally is if everybody took the $30 gift limit that you need to stay under and donated it to the Lost Boys. That's what I want for mine. So that you have time to do. Or if you have another charity like that you is special to your heart this year, whether you lost somebody to a disease, you'd like to give money to it, whether, give it to a local pet saving organization or whatever you want, just do it all online. And I would say, let's try to, put on your wish list, maybe some charities this year, because I
love that idea. I love that idea. And you're right. We totally all have time for that. Like put a charity on there. Everybody has time to spend 5 minutes, donate, put the person's name, who told you to do it, whatever. And that's a great idea, Danny. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So, cause we all got enough stuff. I mean, especially this year when a lot of the 1099 non-for-profits are hurting because they lost lots of government funding over this last year. So now more than ever.
And Dominic Galoro, our resident mailman, last minute shopping is a postal worker's dream. It might get there. I think he means nightmare.
Yeah.
Or it's his dream because it's just so much fun to just, that's not going to make it. And they just have fun enjoying that. Yeah,
you're not getting that. Yeah, no, I already see on some of the sites, like for example, in the Clutch, obvious shirts, they're clear on their sites. Order by this date, or we cannot guarantee that you're getting that. You know, and that's just how it is now. A lot of things going through the mail right now. The last link I'm going to drop right now is I've started to collect pictures for the Rancher calendar, which I have to start working on now to get it done in time. So look forward to that. If you have pictures from the year, gather them together. And what I've been trying to do is use everybody's pictures as much as I can as the pictures for the calendar. I barely brought my camera to Wrigley this year to take like real pictures, of stuff. But there's so many great pictures of all of us together, and that we don't need pictures of the Cubs in it. We just pictures of Cubs fans and like cool shit around Wrigley is, I think, going to fill this one out, which I'm excited about. I want to do it a different way. If anybody out there knows how to design a calendar without using this stupid service, they raise their prices every year. They're annoying to work with. It's wonky. They haven't changed the interface in forever. I would love if anybody is like, hey, I'll work on this with you, and is into graphic design, and was like, I can give you a bunch of pictures and we work together on it. Like, I'm totally in to bringing someone else on board because I'm kind of fresh out of ideas with this calendar that I've been making for a long time now. When was the first one? Like 2018?
Has it been that long?
So. I've made seven or eight of these.
I've got my calendars, like I still have them, but I don't know where all of them are. Yeah.
Yeah, I have them all
it really
together.
is. It's really fun.
They're like yearbooks now. Yeah, so it's like the Ranter yearbook in a way. But
we're definitely getting Josh in the basket on one of those pictures.
Mm-hmm.
that one has to be in there.
Well, that's going to be a date, I think, a special date. Josh falls in the basket on this date, so we can celebrate next year. So I just dropped another link, which is a link to the Google Drive, and I've dropped this on the Facebook page. I've dropped it in the Discord. I'll put them on the Patreon page too, and in public. So patreon.com/Bleacher Bunch. And that's pretty much all I guess we have to say about any of this stuff. Hashtag chance in the chat.
Yumper wants to know what service Because you said the service, but you didn't name which one. So, which one have you been using? Snapfish. So somebody other than Snapfish.
Well, no, I've looked into all the other stupid ones, and the problem is, I think the best thing that I think could be done is that somebody could design a calendar from scratch and print it up in bulk, like the funeral homes do, for like $1 a piece. Because now they're charging like $10 plus shipping, plus then I got to ship it. And by the end of it all, it's all just eaten up with shipping and bullshit. Yeah, and the bullshit of the company. So, anyway, that's if somebody like knows how to make calendars, like for real. Like I watched a few YouTube videos, and it's just like would cost me like $40 to make the calendar. I'm looking for someone to cut the cost. You know what I mean? I've seen other ways to make it more expensive,
right?
But I have not found the cool ways. Like I just want you remember how you used to make collages out of pictures? You'd cut up all the pictures and you get a big poster board, you make a collage. Like that's my vision. It's like the whole thing is just like that. Every month is collages of us and the Cubs and just like stuff like this. But Snapfish doesn't let you do that.
Well, I think you just answered your question there, Danny. You just have to print out all these pictures, collage them yourself, and then take a picture.
And then use that. Yeah.
And then use that. Oh, like you said, it costs more money to do it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I'll use an Instamatic actual film camera. And I will also develop the pictures myself in a dark room I've built from hand.
Yeah.
Only use black and white film. And so anyway, thanks to all of our Patreon supporters who do support us for these Don Quixote-esque quests that try to. Hey, at least we don't. We got to bring back next year Cub scavenger hunt. We haven't done that for years now. Cub scavenger hunt.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So patreon.com/Bleacher Bunch is where you can support us, especially Rogue Wave Creative and Blake Beard, who are #1 supporters. All the other shows on Bleacher Bunch, there are too many to name at this point. You'll just have to listen for yourself. And Matt Kammerer's permanent paintings in the clutch shirts. #Chance in the chat if you want to win the Frank Chance postcard sent to you by me with a message of love and doom. And we also will be giving away the Chance Chat winner of the year next show.
Ooh, yeah. I forgot about that. Chance Chat winner of the year. We got a lot of stuff for that, right?
No. I got to figure that out. Well, I think you'll get in the clutch.
I got some stuff for you.
Yeah. No, we've really fallen off. I mean, I used to have all this stuff, but it was hard to get the stuff this year. Everybody's too crazy. Well,
you moved.
Stuff. I moved.
You moved.
So I had to get rid of stuff. Yeah, I moved. And then we were giving away stuff at Ranterfest. So I ended up with less stuff. And also, like, people are a little crazy with the stuff now. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, like all the bobbleheads and all the giveaways, like people are just a little out of hand with valuing it too highly. So you got to jump through way too many hoops to get this crap. All right, here we go. I'm picking a winner, and soon I will be filling out many a postcard and sending them out to our many winners because I am way behind yet once again. And the winner is David Elliott. Hooray!
Hey, congrats, David. That's exciting.
Yeah, there we go.
Now he's going to have to make a song about how he won Chance before the caroling contest.
Yeah, and maybe just that last-minute chance winner is how he's going to be the grand prize chance winner of the entire year. It is possible. And so tune in next week, and it will be our final show of
maybe they'll win this, Danny. Maybe they can win this.
Wrigley Field. Homie is Shiguro.
You know what? Maybe I'll send you the same gift I get for Dansby every year.
Mayonnaise.
A tub of mayonnaise.
A tub of mayonnaise. All right, to sing you out, here's the lovely strains of Michael Cotton.
This is your
bringing
warning. You can
this
turn
is
it
your
off
warning.
now.
5, 4, 3,
Spagog.
2, Spagog.
Ernie and Santo and Fergie out pitching. Bleacher bumps cheering or maybe just bitching. Losing divisions is making them scream. These are a few of my favorite Cubs teams. Durham at first base and Matthews in left. Sandberg and Sutcliffe both voted the best. Garvey was hairy and not very clean. These are a few of my favorite Cubs teams. Dawson and Dunston and Maddox and Grace. Eastern Division, they finished first place. Giants were crushing all of our dreams. These are a few of my favorite Cubs teams. Win the wild card, lose the series. When I am feeling sad, I simply remember 2016, and then I don't feel so bad.